What's up guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, you're going to get to know more about the table of contents of this course. So in this video, I'm going to explain things that you're going to learn, things that you're going to do in each chapter. And as you guys can see here, in total we have 12 chapters in this course. So hopefully by the end of this video, you're going to have a general understanding about things that you can expect to learn from each chapter. So let's begin with the first chapter here, whom this course is intended for. So in the first chapter, we're going to answer this particular question, whom this course is intended for. I'm going to explain my intention behind creating the course and also who are my main targeted students for this course. So obviously, if you're interested in prompt engineering, you're interested to learn how to create and design effective prompts for ChatGPT, then definitely this is the right course for you. So we're going to talk more about it in the first chapter. All right, so let's move on to the second chapter, tools and resources. So in the second chapter, I'm going to provide you with full list of tools and resources that we're going to utilize to create effective prompts for ChatGPT and also AI text to image generator. And some of those tools are actually prompt generator, where you only need to enter like the basic prompts, and then the prompt generator will automatically generate you like more complex prompt, which is pretty cool, right? So yeah, that's chapter 2. Let's move on to the third chapter, introductions to prompt engineering and also understanding how it works. So for those of you who are already familiar with prompt engineering, feel free to skip that chapter. However, if you're new to prompt engineering and you want to learn more about the concept of prompt engineering, make sure you pay very close attention to chapter 3. So I'm going to introduce you to the basic fundamentals of prompt engineering and also explain how it actually works and the technologies behind prompt engineering. All right, so that's chapter 3. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 4. Getting to know capabilities and limitations of ChatGPT. So actually chapter 4 is also very important, guys. You need to make sure you pay very close attention to chapter 4, because before getting into the topics, right, we need to understand very well what are some limitations of ChatGPT. For example, all the knowledge that is stored on ChatGPT database is based on the events prior to September 2021. So that's one of ChatGPT limitations. And there are like several other limitations too that we're going to discuss in chapter 4. Also, we're going to understand some ChatGPT capabilities so we can utilize these amazing AI tools to its fullest extent, right? So that's chapter 4. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 5. It's going to be a full step-by-step tutorial on how to create effective prompts for ChatGPT, and you're also going to learn basic structure of ChatGPT prompt, and it is very crucial for you to understand the structure of ChatGPT prompt, because by knowing and understanding the structure of the prompt, you'll be able to apply like the knowledge to many different cases, right? You're going to be able to create like many different type of prompts for many different type of purposes, applying like the concepts, the knowledge that you already understood, right? So it's very important for you to understand the structure first. So that's chapter 5. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 6. I'm going to teach you the techniques for framing questions and setting context and prompts. All right, so as we all know, ChatGPT is definitely not a human. ChatGPT is AI, right? So it's very important for us to be able to communicate well with ChatGPT, making sure that ChatGPT understands what we are asking. All right, so when it comes to having context in your question, it's going to be very crucial, right? You cannot just expect ChatGPT to understand what we want if we don't provide context, right? So yeah, that's going to be chapter 6. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 7. Right, so writing ChatGPT prompts for copywriting, business, programming, content creators, resume, and CV. So yeah, so in chapter 7, we're going to learn how to create prompts, high quality prompts, obviously, for these several different purposes, right? For example, like programming. I'm going to teach you on how to ask ChatGPT to generate you a code template, maybe Python or JavaScript code template for your project, right? Where you can easily just customize the code template based on your need, but at least you already have the code template, so you don't have to start from complete scratch, right? And chapter 8 is kind of similar to chapter 7. All right, so we're going to write ChatGPT prompts for market research, learning languages, and email template. So especially market research, if you're a business owner, if you are entrepreneur, you're selling your products or services online, make sure you pay very close attention to this part, market research, right? Because I'm going to teach you on how to utilize ChatGPT to its fullest extent to conduct market research or product research, whatever you want to call it, where you can get valuable data insights regarding your competitors or maybe future prospect of your product into this market, stuff like that. So it's going to be a very cool benefit using ChatGPT for your market research, right? So that's chapter 8. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 9. So actually, we're going to do very similar thing, but instead of writing a prompt for ChatGPT, in chapter 9, we're going to write prompt for AI text to image generator, right? So there are like many different AI text to image generator nowadays, but we're just going to be concentrating on these two, DALL-E and Leonardo AI, right? So yeah, we're going to learn how to create, how to design high quality and effective prompts to generate the base quality images using these two platforms, DALL-E and Leonardo AI, right? So that's chapter 9, and let's move on to the next one here, chapter 10. Utilizing Agent GPT to produce efficient prompts. For those of you who don't know what Agent GPT is, well, it's basically like the latest AI technology, guys. So Agent GPT is autonomous AI. It's simply just like AI agent or AI assistance, whatever you want to call it, where the agent can operate automatically and autonomously without your supervisions, right? So we're going to utilize Agent GPT as our AI assistants to help us creating and designing high quality and efficient prompts, right? So let's move on to chapter 11, selling ChatGPT prompts on online marketplaces. So actually, this is like my most favorite chapters, because here in this chapter, you're going to learn how to potentially monetize your expertise, monetize your skill set and prompt engineering by selling ChatGPT prompts on online marketplaces like Etsy or Gumroad. And without you even realizing, your expertise in prompt engineering is actually a high demand skill set, guys. And your products that you created, your prompts that you designed, like those things are actually high demand and valuable products to be sold. So yeah, that's what we're going to learn in chapter 11. Let's move on to the next one here, chapter 12, conclusion and summary. So I'm going to summarize all things that we've learned so far, and also I'm gonna share a few tips and tricks on how to take all skills and knowledge that you've learned in this course to another level. All right, I think that's it. That's all you need to know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.